Okay, so let's try to follow the following tutorial from Firebase, which basically how to add Firebase to your Flutter application. So the tutorial can be found from firebase.google.com. So under Firebase menu, add Firebase to an app. So we choose Flutter. So here there are a number of steps that you have to follow. But you have to make sure all the prerequisite for your Flutter, such as your IDE, your emulators, and Flutter's already completed. So here we'll try to install the Firebase plugin. Since Firebase plugin, there are quite a number of issues that I've encountered so far, but it seems that there are a number of solutions to the installation of Firebase plugin. So make sure that you have already installed your favorite IDE, Android Studio or the Visual Studio Code. And your Flutter SDK already installed. So you can easily check by using Flutter Doctor. And then we can start with the step number 1. Right, so step 1, install the required command line tools. So this is a very critical requirement, which most of the time, if we didn't follow the guideline properly, you might encounter issues. So let's try to follow the CLI, setup or update for the CLI. Here there are options for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So for this computer, so we are running Windows, so we can choose Windows. And here there are 2 methods that you can use to install the CLI for Firebase. The one that I encounter error is basically when you use the Firebase CLI binary for Windows. Sometimes you might get lucky. So the Firebase CLI binary for Windows can be easily installed without much problem. But for me, most of the time, I have these issues. The second method that you can choose is to install through the NPM package manager. But here you have to install Node.js, which sometimes poses also some issues with the installation. For the standalone binary, if you don't have NPM, you can try this, but I think that you will, or the installation most probably will fail. So try with NPM. However, you need to install Node.js version 18 or later. So here you can make sure that, because I already installed Node.js, so you can give it a try. NPM, not quite sure is a version. So I'm using version 10.5.0 for the NPM version. So let's try with this method. So choose the NPM method and make sure that you already install Node.js. And with the Node version manager, automatically install. Try to give you a command. The first command here is npm install. So let's try to get this command and run this on your command prompt. But before that, you have to make sure that you run your command prompt through the administrator mode. And here you can choose to run your Firebase tool install. And And the other thing that you have to make sure is that where you want your project to run. So you need to choose the correct directory, the right directory for this. So let me try to create first a project. So I'm going to create a new project for Flutter, new Flutter project. So I'm going to create new or an empty application. So I'm going to put it here, this folder here, and I'm going to use give it a name of Firebase DHT example, right? All right, so create a new project for Flutter using your Visual Studio Code. And here you can access your project directory. So this is basically the way that I do it for the installation. Reveal in File Explorer, and then go to the get the project directory, and then you can cd to the project directory. So it means that you are now in the application project directory. All right, so that's basically the method that I use. All right, so then you can start by installing the Firebase tool, copy the command, go back to the terminal, and try to run the command. Okay, so make sure that you have your npm properly installed. So as you can see here, the installation will download a bunch of file, and you might need to wait quite sometimes quite long, depending on your internet connection. Okay. Okay, so we've completed the installation. So next, we need to continue with the third step. So we have first, second, and third. So the third step here is basically to log in. Try to log into your Firebase. Okay, so here, this is the moment of truth. Either you are able to do the installation, or you might need to add additional step here. So if you try to give a command Firebase login from here. Okay, so as you can see, mine is working. So you will see the following instruction: allow Firebase to collect CLI and emulator suite usage. And then either you want to allow or not, that's up to you. So press Y. So here you need to connect to your Firebase. You need to log in first. Okay, so once you are able to connect, log in, and allow for your Google account to be accessed, and then you should be able to get this output, woohoo, Firebase CLI login successful, and then now you can close this. Okay, so it means that now you're successfully logged in. So it means that everything is working fine. And then you can continue to test. By listing your current Firebase project. Okay, you should be able to see all your previous Firebase project. All All right, so that's basically the first step. So make sure that all your Firebase properly installed. All right, so that's the first step. And then the second step here is basically this part here that most probably will fail, which is to install the Flutter Fire CLI. Okay, so let's try to follow the next step from there. So try to access this from the app terminal, from the Visual Studio Code terminal down here. So let's see if you are able to log in from here. Firebase log in. All right, so here you can see the issue, Firebase login unable to access, or the Firebase itself is not available. So the issue with this is that you have to follow the following step. Or all right, so I found out that you need to add the following step to your path. So this part here, this section here, the issue is that Node.js data file has not been added to your Windows environment variable. So here you can take this line and access your environment. So here select environment, and then go to system variable, look for path. So this system variable down here, look for path, and then you can add this to your environment path. Press OK and press OK. All right, so that should fix that issue. And this part here, you might want to close this again and try to go back to your terminal. Okay, just to refresh the interface, the terminal. All right, so once you've done that, so let's try to continue again. From here, Firebase login. Sorry. Okay, there are also another issues with this. Even though I already set the Firebase application, application to the path, there's an execution policy that you need to check. Okay, so here you have to follow the following link. I still remember. Okay, for Windows, you have to set the execution policy to remotely sign. So for this, you need to run your PowerShell and then run as administrator, allow yes. And here, you can run the following command: set execution policy, remote sign, and then allow yes, all. All right, so that is for this remote execution policy. And then you can try again. Let me just clear on this. Right, so let's try that one more time. Firebase login. Okay, so now you can see that you already logged in, and you can log in from your terminal. Okay, so once you have that, then you can continue with the tutorial with the step to activate the Flutter CLI. Press enter. All right. Wait for the command to run completely. And there's an additional pub install that you have to add to your path. So system path environment, so you need to get these to your system path environment. So again, go back to your environment and edit environment variable, go to system path, and then go down here, add one more, press OK. All right, so let's try doing that one more time. Okay, so done. And then try to access the Flutter Fire configure step 2. Okay, so you might encounter the following problem. Flutter Fire is not recognized as the name of the following error. Okay, so the thing is that even though the Flutter Fire is already installed and already set path, but the path is elevated. So if we just go to the Flutter command prompt here and we try to type in Flutter Fire, you can see that the instruction here is that the current directory does not appear to be Flutter application project. So it means that the application is there, the Flutter Fire command is there, but you need to enter that directory. So let's try to close this and open again, and if we manage to refresh our PowerShell and try to run it again through the terminal. All right, so let's see if we manage to get it to work. Here, yes. So you might need to you need to close your Visual Studio Code and then open again. Okay, so open again so that you should be able to run Flutter Fire configure. So from the Flutter Fire configure, you need to select your Firebase project or the project that you want to use in your in your project. So here, for example, I have one project that I want to use here called my IoT project here, this one. Okay. So, and then you need to select which platform that you want to support. So for example, that I just want to support Android platform. So if I want to support for web, so I can choose web here, and then continue. So press, or maybe another one on iOS. So let's just choose Android and web only. And then wait again, so that it will try to fetch and register the project by using the following name. Okay, so once completed, you should be able to see the following output. So which means that the Firebase configuration project and everything has been prepared and configured for your application. So here you can see that you need to install the Firebase core. So you can continue the Flutter pub to add those library, and then you can continue to develop your Flutter application. All right, so that's basically the steps taken. Okay, so you might encounter those type of NPM or over the CLI, the downloaded CLI version, which you have to install the standalone binary. But I do have issues with the standalone binaries, which you need to download, and then sometimes you cannot get it to work properly. So I found that the npm is much better, but for npm you have to install the npm you need to download and install npm Node.js package manager. Okay, so download them, download the free version, and then get them to work and run your Firebase, the second option. Okay. All right, so I think that's how you can enable Firebase for your project.